wannabe strongmen like Donald Trump, or who promote things.
Jesus wasn't kidding when he said false prophets everywhere and to test the spirits. Yes, just think of how many people this retired priest has led astray. So he goes on in this video, in all of his videos, it's about backing Joe. It's about being welcoming to everyone. So he supports open borders. One of the biggest things that God wanted was borders. This priest must have forgot all about that. It kind of goes hand in hand with why God was trying to keep certain people away from other people. That's why he wanted borders. Yet here's a priest that supports open borders, which leads to trafficking, which leads to the worst things possible, where children, young women are raped and trafficked for sex exploitation. But yet he wants to talk about being about love. And then goes on to say that Jesus was crucified. He sure was, priest. He was. Who was he crucified by? Well, he was crucified by leaders of the church that wanted him silenced because he was speaking the truth. Something also that Donald Trump was doing. See, you must have forgotten about how Jesus talked about know them by their fruits. And the man that you support, Joe, you seem to be forgetting his deeds. Yes, even before his presidency. I mean, his own daughter wrote in her diary what Joe was doing to her. So that's the person that you support, and yet you have led people in a church before you retired. Just think of all the people that have been led astray. It's mind-blowing. But who else crucified Jesus? Well, the politicians did. But all of them did it because he was speaking the truth. And he said, if you walk with me, then you can expect for the same thing to happen to you. And what has happened to Donald Trump? Oh, he spoke the truth. He was trying to eradicate trafficking. He was trying to save women and children from sex exploitation, and I know it for a fact. So his deeds, in God's eyes, are righteous. Your deeds, on the other hand, well, it just begs the question, have you always been a false prophet? I mean, many of them got into the church, and yet you want to go on to talk about Project 2025. I think it's your side of the aisle that is all about Project 2025. Yeah, Donald Trump has said he knows nothing about it. It's not on his website. He's about Agenda 47. So here's a priest who's pushing falsehoods on top of it, but doesn't look at the deeds. He supports a man whose deeds was he abused his daughter. He supports a man whose deeds eliminated what Donald Trump had done at the border. Joe Biden literally got rid of DNA testing at the border. That's what Trump was doing. It was in his executive orders. DNA testing to make sure that the people bringing these children across were really their relatives. Why would Joe Biden get rid of that? And why would you, as a priest, support those kinds of deeds? Well, I would say that you're no different than the people that wanted to silence people that speak the truth. And that's what they did to Jesus. They persecuted him because he spoke the truth, and his deeds were righteous. His deeds were like what no other man could do. He was a perfect being. Yet people like you, who deliberately go out of your way to lead others astray, are the same damn people that crucified Jesus.